Alright, codebreaker. This is what you're looking to do. Pick any arrow you want, it doesn't make a difference. In the first round, you're going to play all the same arrow. And the reason you're doing this is just to gather information. On every round, you want it to tell you something. What it just told us now is there is one right arrow in this code. We don't know where. We're not going to try to guess where it is yet. But we know there's one. And only one. And that's important. Stops you from just wildly throwing that arrow in there if you're just trying to guess. So now let it go through. You're going to win all these fights. We know there's one. Okay. Like I said, we don't know where it is. We're not going to try to guess. I'm just going to throw it in the first slot. Fill the other 3 slots all the same. A different arrow from the first because we know there's only one. But pick the left arrow, all 3. We have 2 arrows in the right spots. Tells us 2 things. That the right arrow is in that first slot. We know it's there. Otherwise, there would be a card that was correctly in the code but in the wrong spot. So we know that goes there. And we know there is one other blue arrow in this code. The other 2 are yellow, either up or down. We don't know which. So the first slot is a right arrow. And there is a left arrow somewhere in the code. We've learned 3 different pieces of information through 2 rounds. So play your right arrow here. Let's go out on a limb and say that the left arrow goes in the second spot, and that's how we got it right. Fill the other 2 spots with up arrows. We've got 3 arrows in the right spots. So this tells us that the code has all 4 arrows in it. And that those blue arrows, I believe, are in the right spots. And it's a matter of which up arrow. Yes, we know that. These 2 blue arrows, the first 2 spots, we've nailed them. Because the 2 up arrows can't be right. So we go right, we go left. We know we have those right. We know there's an up and a down here. If we don't get it on this final round, okay, you're going to get it on the very first match of the next game. And it's still going to be faster than you just randomly guessing and trying to remember where you were. So we'll throw the up in this first spot and throw the down. Let's see what we got. We're right, we're right. We're not right, we're not right. And that's okay. The very next game, the first round, we're just going to switch these 2. The down arrow is going to be 3rd and the up arrow is going to be 4th. No big deal. If you need to, if it helps you, screenshot what you did. Whether you're on your phone or your computer, whatever's easiest. Keep a recollection of what you did. Nothing against that. But you gathered information on every round, and it's the most important thing. If you just guess and throw stuff wildly, you'll get a lot of rounds where you get this has 2 of the correct arrow but in the wrong spots. And you've thrown 3 or 4 different types of arrow. And you don't know necessarily which ones are correct. You know you got something right, but you don't know what it is. And it's going to take you way too many turns to try to figure out which ones you need to move, which ones you need to eliminate completely, and which ones you have in the right spots. Whereas with this strategy, you're getting information every single round, and you're passing these arenas way faster than you will if you're just guessing. So let's finish this one off. Level 19, we're going to be done with it. We already know, and it's nice of them. They do save if you get them right. Right arrow, left arrow. We now know that the down arrow needs to go here. The up arrow needs to go there. 4 in the right spots. Boom. Level finished. We're going to knock these cards out. It's going to bring up the final round, and we're going to knock those ones out too. That is, at this point, the quickest way for you to get through codebreaker rounds. Of course, if you have your super move filled, as I do, and you haven't filled the code, you can use your super move on this final round and simply pass the level. It does work, and you can fill your super move in codebreaker. So that is the quickest way for you to get through this mode. Hopefully you guys are having a blast with this mode. I really like this mode. I think I'm very excited for when they bring this mode back, as long as they leave it the way it is. Great stuff by Cat Daddy on this one. I'm going to be grinding this one for real. Hopefully you guys have good luck with it.